Hi everyone, welcome to yet another episode, Life on the Table with Nokolo M. On this platform, we discuss everything life. We are discussing all life matters, things that families hide under the carpet, things that people keep bottled up inside them. We are going to discuss them in a hope that anyone going through it will be helped. I went through a lot of stuff in my life and I had no one to talk to. I had no one to really confide in. I had no one to comfort me. I had no one to rely on. Now I'm just trying to be the person I needed to someone who might be going through similar situations. Share my videos, share with people. You never know, you might just help someone. So today, let's get right to it. If you have not subscribed, please do so and don't forget to hit the notification button so that you do not miss out on any videos that I upload. I'm available on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm Nokolo M. On my podcast, it's Life on the Table with Nokolo M. And here on YouTube, Life on the Table with Nokolo M. Now let's get to it. Today, I am going to talk about the husband being the leader. Oh, I love marriage. I absolutely love marriage. We need to get it right. Okay? We need to get it right. It's not only about two people who fall in love with each other and want to whisk each other away and have lots of fun and make lots of love and make lots of babies. No. Marriage is way deeper than that. But at this point, right now, we are talking about the husband being the leader of the family that he creates. Yes, he has a family. If he's a husband, he's married to someone, which is the wife, and they both have beautiful children through the blessings of God, right? That makes up the family. Even if it's just the two of them, they are still a family. And now we are talking specifically about the husband being the leader on this video. As a husband, you have two families, two sets of families that love you and whom you love, but they are different. You have number one, the family that you come from, which is your parents and your siblings. You have the family that you create, which is your wife and kids. Now, these two families are both important in your life, but they take different priorities. Now, if you have created a family, as a husband, yes, you have created a family, you are the man of the house, you are the leader. That means then your family relies on you in everything. I mean, anything and everything. They rely on you to lead them. They rely on you to instill certain values in them. They rely on you to lead whatever direction you and your wife have agreed to take your family to, whatever morals you decide to instill in your children in your home. You are expected as the husband, as the head of the house, to lead such things. How your children respect, how your children make life decisions, how you yourselves as a family make life decisions. You, as the husband, are expected to lead such things. Even when there are challenges within your family, in the house, you, as the husband, with the help of your wife, remember now, your wife is going to be your support structure and she's going to be your helper, she's going to be your advisor. But in the end, you are the leader, you are the one that has to make sure that whatever decision that you both come up with is best for you and the rest of the family as a leader. Now, here's a scenario. You have these two families. I've seen this happen in, I don't want to say in the black community mainly, in every way. in all races it happens, and it is so sad to witness. Now, you as the husband, you have two families: the family you come from and the family you create. I've already explained the difference between the two families. Now, say there are circumstances that require your attention at that point in time. The family you come from needs you for a certain reason, for a certain help, and the family you've created, which is your family now, also needs you. They have a different problem, but both these families need your attention at the same time, and you find yourself confused as to which family to attend to, then you should not be married. If it happens that your own mother, the mother that gave birth to you, needs your help at a particular time, and you find that your wife, the woman that you married, the woman that you took away, the woman that you took away from her parents, from her family, and made her your own family, if she also needs you, it might happen that they might both need you at the same time, obviously for different reasons, and you find yourself still confused, then you should not be married. Because how do you then lead people if you get confused as to which family to pick? Sometimes there are certain circumstances that might corner you to choose between the two families. God forbid it never happens, but it never happens to you, but it does happen in life. Things happen, people change, people say things that really force us to make hard decisions. Say you are now cornered to make this hard decision. Here's the family you come from, here's the family you created. Now you have to choose. There are different circumstances, very hard circumstances, that might really cause you to make that kind of choice. I really pray that nobody has to go through that, nobody has to be faced with that kind of a choice, but with life, such things do happen. And as a husband, now you are faced with this choice between these two families. And then you find yourself confused yet again as to which family to choose. Now, maybe marriage isn't for you, or perhaps you did not understand the concept of marriage. I know that there are men who really blame their upbringing as to that's how they raised us. They said that our families are more important than the families we create. But I would like to let you know today that for your marriage to work, the family you come from is important, but the family you create is your number one priority at all costs. That is the truth. That is a fact. That is marriage. You need to adjust yourself when you get married. If you are already married, I hope this helps you into really adjusting the way in which you are already doing things. That's if you were not prioritizing the family which you created. It might happen that you are a man and you don't even see anything wrong. You always, because there are men like that, you always put the family you come from first. That will eventually lead to the end of the family you create, because they will always feel neglected. It will always be a scenario of them versus you and the family you come from, because you cannot make up your mind. You are not sure who you are. And that will also affect your objective of leading the family, and also your leadership skills. So with this video, I would like to encourage all men who are married, who are husbands, to always understand this fact. Even God said it, that a man will leave his mother and father and be united with his wife, and the two shall become one. That means the family you are going to create is your number one priority. the one you come from is important. And yes, you and your wife will both care for that family. Of course, you love them. They are a part of your lives. However, there are certain circumstances that might cause you to attend to one and not the other. Make sure you make the right choice so that you can be a good husband and a good leader and a good father to your children, because they also need someone to look up to so that they can understand, so that they can feel secure. They can feel whole and know that our dad is there for us. He will never let our family fall. But if you constantly neglect them when they need you and choose the family you come from over the family you create, they will always feel they can't rely on you. They will always feel, okay, yeah, he is here, he's home, but mom is the one that's there for the family. So I'm encouraging all men to always make the right choice and understand the fundamental of marriage when it comes to these two different families. They're actually one family, but they hold different dynamics. The one you come from is important. The one you create is your number one priority. It is important. You understand that? So if you neglect them and yet you are the one who created them, I understand that you're the one who created it, the family. I understand oftentimes you, as the man, are the one that actually went down on bended knees and asked for your wife's hand in marriage and asked her to build a family with you. Now, if you neglect that family and focus on the family you come from, who whose responsibility is now the family you created? Whose responsibility is it? If you wash your hands off of them and you let your wife lead, it will affect the way she sees you. It will really reduce the respect she had for you in the beginning when she agreed to be your wife and build a life and a family with you. So just be careful in that sense that you do not hinder your marriage by this simple um, fact, because it is a fact. You can go anywhere in the world. If you were also a woman, you would want your husband to put you first. And also, I always ask this question: if you were to be in a marriage with yourself, would you love yourself? Would you enjoy yourself? Would you feel comfortable being married with yourself? You understand that. So be a good husband, get your priorities right, get your priorities straight, attend life as per the order of your priority. As I've mentioned, and I'm still going to repeat it, the family you come from is important, but the family you create is your number one priority, which means it is important. They come first at all costs. That is marriage. Now, that's all for today. Thank you for joining me on this channel on today's episode, Life on the Table with Nokolo M. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed. Don't forget to hit the notification button so that you do not miss out on future videos that I'm going to upload, as they might be helpful, especially when one is going through stuff. It will just be helpful when you just go through life. Sometimes you just need that one kick or that one confirmation before you make a decision. And that's why I am here. Thank you so much. Do follow me on all social media platforms. I am known as Nokolo M.